Would I
multiversal
eat my own
female
ass?
variant. Yeah, okay. Would you eat your own ass?
Hell yeah, bro.
if my
I would-
variant looked like Sylvie, absolutely.
Yeah.
Your variant's not Sylvie. It's like the female Jake, whatever that may be.
Yeah, female Jake is very hot.
But I keep buying comics. That's for sure.
Ugh. Dude, I need to stop. It's weird. I'm making more money than I was, but it doesn't feel like it.
All right,
I'm like
fellas.
perpetually out of money.
Yeah, well, I'm not about to make it any better.
I'm not paying
Oh,
for
no.
anything of yours. You better come
No.
come here with money, dog.
Dude, I'm coming.
Otherwise, you're
ready to
out on
ball.
the fucking street, dude.
I'm coming ready to ball, bro.
Don't think I won't kick
No.
you out, bro.
I'm bringing 500 spending and 200 emergency.
That's adorable.
Why?
Because this is one of the most expensive cities in the country.
Yeah, dude. But I mean, that's exactly what I brought last time.
Cody, you're gonna make me come out of my stand-up retirement just to shut you down, dog.
Dude, I'd love to see you do stand up again.
I don't think you can handle it.
I don't think the world can handle it.
Yeah, man, I just don't want to.
I know.
I would if I'm like. I mean, I wrote something the other day, but I'm just not like. Once I write it, I just leave it in my notes forever.
Yeah, well, not me, baby. Dude, Mike's show was so fun.
Nice.
It was a bunch of old people. Dude, it was so funny. I have this joke about finger popping your butthole. And this old man, I asked this old man who was like second row middle. And I was like, what about you, bud? You finger popping your butthole? He's like, no. It was hilarious.
Okay, now tell me if
How do I sound?
That's crazy. God, that's nuts.
I can't hear what I sound like.
You sound
Or wait,
cool.
hello.
You sound like those videos where the guy is all black and he's telling about how he like sells cocaine.
Yeah, exactly like that.
It's like, hello, I like to smuggle drugs across the border. Holy shit.
Yeah, you don't sound anything like yourself. Completely you know what I'm saying.
yeah, sorry guys. That was my variant that popped in.
Oh shit. The Anthony
Nice.
variant.
Yeah.
Don't want to mess with that
Dude,
one.
yeah, that one
Yeah,
seems
he sells
crazy.
cocaine.
Yeah, exactly. So what are you smoking on today? I feel like we never mention our weed strains. We're just like, we're smoking.
Yeah, that's true. We should do that. We should make a point to, I don't know, maybe
Talk about our
weed
weed?
a little bit. Yeah. Having said that, I think I bought like a half ounce of sour diesel, which Sean admittedly told that he like smoked through it, pretty much all of it.
Mm.
Sean might be the worst guest ever to have in your house.
Dude,
You heard it here first.
Yeah.
folks.
It sounds like he acts just how like most punk bands and stuff act when they're touring.
Maybe. I also I didn't realize Sean was like, he's your age, right, Anthony?
Yeah, he's yeah.
He's like what?
Where he's
27?
exactly.
7?
No, what, dude? I'm 31, so he's gonna be.
remember when we did that before last time? Jake?
My lore was established. I'm not that much younger than you guys.
Yeah. Shout out to Sean. I like him.
I don't know. Oh, first thing we're doing when I get out there tomorrow is hitting the dispensary.
That's cool.
I want to get some buds.
Nice. Oh, so yeah, Cody's going out to visit Jake.
Yeah. Cody, you'll be up in
Yeah.
LA in my hood.
Yeah, when this episode airs, that'll be the day I'm leaving.
Oh, that's true.
So if you love this episode, don't try going up to Cody in West Virginia like, oh, where's Cody? I got to tell him how good it is. He's
Yeah.
not going to be there.
He'll be
I will
here
not.
in LA smoking weed.
Yeah, the dopest dope.
What kind of shit are you? So, well, you just said sour diesel. What about you, Cody?
In West Virginia, we just take what we get.
Is that the official weed slogan of West Virginia?
Yeah. It's a bummer because we're so behind on legislation. Like if we would have hit it, but now like Virginia passed it, PA passed it. If we would have done it a couple years ago, our economy would have turned around, and now we're just going to be fucking last.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure you guys will get there, though. Once they start seeing the states around them make stupid money.
Oh, yeah. And they were talking about, like, in the federal bill that if they do legalize it federally, that, like, every year the taxes get increased, like, by 5%, like, up until, like, I don't know, 30% tax on weed or something.
Yeah. Ooh, that's one thing.
Terrible.
Well, I mean, it's taxed. That's, like, the whole point of it being regulated. Like, if you buy it from a dispensary, you're paying taxes.
Yeah, but that 30% is no bueno.
Yeah, that's a lot. Not immediately, but...
You ever watch the documentary? It's called In Pot We Trust.
No.
Sounds familiar. Was it like on Netflix a while back?
No, I saw it somewhere else years ago. I'm talking about like maybe 12 years ago. It's older than that.
Oh, wow, okay.
It's about the only people in the United States who are federally granted the ability to smoke weed and cannot be convicted. And it's pretty cool.
And why is that?
Dude, because some of their conditions are so severe that the federal government, and this is the cool thing, like they went to each of their houses, the federal government sends them like big circular metal canisters of literally like looking like Marlboro type cigarette joints. They're allowed to take breaks at work and they can't be fired. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
It's about the only 12 people. I mean, who knows? Maybe now it's changed. Maybe there's more than 12, but at the time it was only 12 people. Like I'm talking about like one dude's parents got murdered in front of him at like a diner. So he's like really fucked up. Another dude has like just uncontrollable like shaking shit and like, yeah.
Wait, so if your parents get murdered in front of you, they'll give you
if you're Bruce Wayne, you're allowed to smoke copious amounts of chronic.
Damn, they should have given some to Bruce Wayne. That would have fixed a lot
of... wouldn't beat the shit out of people.
I love that the comics never acknowledge that he should probably just be in therapy.
Yeah.
He's like, fuck that.
Certain comics always has him visiting, but I guess she's not a therapist. I'm not sure. Leslie Tompkins.
She's a doctor, but not a therapist.
Yeah. But like she's like the only like medical professional looking out for this guy. Like, yeah, are you sure you're okay? Maybe you shouldn't be doing, the shit you're doing so much. Maybe dial it back a little bit.
Oh, dude, I once read a really cool comic. It was a one-shot comic, and it just had like 5 or 6 different stories about different Batman villains, and they were sweet. Just like really different and kind of out there. One was cool. It was like this teenage girl. She goes to see her therapist. She talks about how kids bully her, but she has a really like big crush on the popular jock at school. And then the doctor's like, oh, well, like whatever. And she goes back and she's like, oh, like they invited me to like a house party this weekend to sleep over, but like I've never hung out with them. Should I go? And he's like, yeah, it might be a good thing for you to do. And then so she goes over to this sleepover and they like do like spin the bottle, all kinds of like, teenage whatever games.
Yeah.
And they basically trick the girl. And they like, it's pretty mean. Like they bully her and they like trick her into kissing like a dog instead of this guy. They tell her like, close your eyes. And then like, she like starts screaming and crying hysterically and you feel really bad. And then the scarecrow shows up at this house and terrorizes all these kids. And then you find out at the end, her therapist was Dr. Crane the whole time.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And like, yeah, it's cool because he kind of like is like an anti-hero in this. He helps her out by getting, it was pretty sweet. I was like, oh, that's a cool story.
Ooh, I would take a whole mini series like that.
Yeah, dude, they had one on the Penguin where you feel really bad for it. It was sweet.
Ooh, Pain and Prejudice, right? Is that what it's called?
I read that Pain and Prejudice.
I've read Pain and Prejudice.
I think I have.
Was it? What was the art like? I'm trying to think. I know the story.
Yeah, it was like New 52 era.
I think so, yes. You might be right.
I think one of you guys had recommended that to me.
I think
I think it was me.
Ooh. Yeah. Oh, good shit, Cody. That was a great one. I don't hear it talked about often. To be honest.
Is it the one? I only remember this like one scene in particular. It's like the penguin's like eating dinner at a restaurant, and he sees somebody laughing. Not even necessarily at him, but he's so insecure that he like ruins that guy's life. It's like the chef or something laughs at him.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, that is a good story.
I hope that they use that, or at least that kind of take on Penguin for the new Batman movie. That would be pretty cool.
Dude, I'm so hyped for the new Batman movie.
Dude, when are they gonna? They need to drop a new trailer soon.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
want
that
to
would be
see the Penguin in action. Colin Farrell's unrecognizable.
It's great makeup.
Seriously, yeah.
It's great makeup. Yeah, I'm ready to see what he's like in the movie. It looks dark
Dude,
and gritty.
just every casting choice was brilliant, in my opinion.
Dude, you know what else was brilliant?
Fucking Loki. Yeah, dude, that shit was sick.
That shit was sick.
Yeah, I really thought it was quite interesting.
Damn it,
as a series.
Variant Anthony, get out of here!
Yeah.
Jesus,
Fucking
fucking
That dude sucks.
fucking variants.
Dude,
Am I right?
we should prune him.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah,
prune
prune that
him.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
Fuck him.
Fuck you.
He's not coming back.
Dude, yeah. Dude, the show was so good.
No, it really was. I think I would say instantly out of the 3 MCU shows that have come out so far, it's my favorite out of the 3.
I agree.
I agree too, but I do want to bring up that 3 episodes in, Anthony was not jazzed.
No, I wasn't. That I will say that. I wasn't as jazzed as I wanted to be.
Yeah, I kind of felt like similar. I was like, all right, this is cool, but like I want to see some shit. I thought they did, like, I'm not gonna lie, there's still was. We talked about this, Anthony. That one episode that was pure fluff. I was like, all right, like, and I'd like to see more than 6 episodes from here on out.
What episode was pure fluff? Also, I agree.
The Lamentus episode kind of felt like fluff.
Yeah.
The one where they go to the planet that's ending or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or is it the episode before that?
No. It's the Lamentus episode.
Yeah, I don't know. I just felt like other things could have happened. It was kind of boring. That episode, like if it was like, so overall this series reminded me of Doctor Who.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you guys ever watched Doctor Who. I don't watch it
I've seen an
anymore,
episode
but
here and there, but never.
Yeah.
Same.
It's either like everyone either loves Doctor Who or they're like, nah, I'm not watching that. Like,
Yeah.
fuck Doctor Who.
Yeah.
But this reminded me of like the best of Doctor Who and what Doctor Who isn't anymore. You know, like a lot of people, I stopped watching the show maybe, I don't know, 5 or 6 years ago, like after Matt Smith, who like a lot of people know as a doctor. Loki kind of has a Matt Smith, almost like David Tennant kind of vibe. Like that's how David Tennant kind of got big, by being the doctor, you know? But Loki, like the whole series, it had that cool sci-fi. And one of the writers was actually a writer for Rick and Morty.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
So it kind of had all those flavors combined, you know?
Yeah.
Dude, it was so dope. So many twists and turns. I loved Sylvie.
So
she was
Sylvie was
amazing.
really cool, and I'm glad she wasn't. That's the one thing, honestly. By the end of 6 episodes, there's so much character development with both of them, honestly. But like we've seen Loki for years, and there's almost way more character development here. I mean, there is obviously because you just saw like way more growth. Like by the end of it, he's really not a bad guy at all.
Yeah.
What's so cool to me is that this Loki is literally the Loki that had just been defeated at the end of Avengers. And he didn't experience the stuff that we've seen him experience, but he gets to watch it when he's at the TVA. And that scene really convinced me that he had changed as a character. Like Tom Hiddleston, great actor. He convinced me that Loki was like, oh shit.
Because you see him
life?
watch his life, and you're like, damn, I don't ever amount to shit.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
I fail with everything that I try,
Yep.
and get defeated by my brother or Thanos, or you know what I mean. So no,
Yeah,
yeah,
you really
step of the
sympathize
way.
with him.
dude, yeah, you sympathize, and you're like, dude, because you see him like get humbled, and you're like, damn, dog.
Yeah. And you see him like get saddened even.
Yeah.
Like you see the sadness wash over his face as all of these things happen.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Again, lending to Tom Hiddleston, amazing actor.
Yeah. Tom Hiddleston. It's cool I wasn't like I didn't really like the first Thor movie, and then I wasn't really sold on like any character in that one. And then even like Loki as Avengers, I remember being like, oh, why is he the bad guy again for all of them? I'd rather somebody else. And then obviously he builds up Thanos. But like he's grown on me. Loki's grown on me a lot from watching over the Marvel Universe. I'm like, oh, he's a cool character.
Yeah. I like him a lot too.
Yeah.
I'm glad he didn't die, you know.
I know.
I'm glad
I thought him getting his own show was going to be really like superfluous, and it worked. I was like, because in my head, I was like, do we need that much Loki? But then I was like, oh, this is sweet.
Not only did it work, but it set the stage for the entire future of the
Oh
Marvel
yeah,
universe.
dude. Like, honestly, just like that last episode / like the last 20 minutes of the last episode set the entire stage for Phase 4 Big Bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And we now have a multiverse.
Oh yeah, facts that we have multiverse confirmed.
It's a wide open, baby.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. What did you think of the TVA?
Like the ultimate revelation,
like the
you mean, or
revelation
just
of
in
it, or just them
general?
in general?
Just like, I mean, let's just start with them in general.
Them in general, I actually thought it was stupid in the beginning. I was like, eh.
Really?
Yeah, because
I thought
I
it
was
was
like-
pretty cool.
I was like, because we've seen all these crazy cosmic events, and we've seen like Thanos do crazy shit. We've seen all of them, and then it's like, oh, this like police force is more powerful than any of them.
You mean that time cop?
Yeah, like these time cops are more powerful than all the events we've seen. I don't know. It just seemed kind
Well,
of.
it's not that they were more powerful. It's just that,
Dude, they can reset time with that little grenade and like prune you. I mean, at first,
prune the universe.
yeah, like I don't know. It just seemed a little like, oh man, these guys. Like,
But the thing is that they were under orders from King.
yeah, but we
or
didn't know that until
He Who
literally
Remains.
the finale.
Right, but that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. So to logic that out, that would be the thing. They weren't like willy-nilly destroying, like, you know.
No, I know.
They
That.
like had.
I'm just going off of like first perception.
No, I totally understand. Like it was kind of like why
I mean,
is it so
yeah,
plain vanilla?
now that
like,
we realize
it's
it was Kang, then of course it was cool.
right. I think I don't know. It's kind of cool and sci-fi-y that it was such a bureaucratic kind of process. If you like, you're pruned from the timeline,
Dude, I mean,
I thought so too.
just to like before I forget, and I'm gonna skip around, but I have to say it before I forget it. Dude, the last scene of the finale, honestly, I loved for like a variety of reasons. One, because like the cool reveal that he doesn't even get sent back to the normal time that he was just with.
yeah,
Because he's like Mobius.
Yeah.
He's like Mobius. He's coming. And he's like, calm down. Who are you? And Loki's like, what? He's like, who are you? And then he looks over and sees the statue of Kang. He's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that was like, to me, it was like a
So wait
clear
a minute.
homage to Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, exactly. But also, so so that's your interpretation of it, like that he's now in a different timeline.
Oh, for
So
sure.
does that mean people like if like Cap ran it? Well, that's a bad example. Let's say who's alive? Like Bruce Banner. Let's say if Hulk ran into Loki, he might not know who he is. Do you think that's the implication?
Yeah,
Ooh.
totally.
Interesting. I thought it was just that like the TVA forgot him, but that makes more
Dude,
sense.
he goes. You don't think that the Black Guard and Mobius would recognize him? He literally said
No,
he
I'm
says the storm beyond, and Mobius just goes, "What?"
Right, but I guess what I'm saying is it's confusing, right? So I don't know.
No, he goes, "You're an analyst, right? What's your name? What department are you in?" And
Right,
and then he
Yeah.
looks over and he sees the statue. I think he's in a different.
Kang.
I think he's in a different time. Yeah, you're
he's,
right.
He's
And because-
100%.
Yeah, it's in a
in
different timeline.
But or I'm saying is the timeline so thoroughly changed that Loki's just not a part of it, but it's like it's technically the MCU timeline that, you know, the only difference is that that's what I'm confused about. Like I don't know if
I don't know.
Loki's
I think,
forgotten
it's
across.
I think it's up for interpretation.
that would be
We'll see.
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah,
because
I don't think it's the 616.
Yeah, I got the implication it's a completely different timeline.
Yeah, I agree.
Interesting.
Hence the
So
Planet
then
of
what
the
happens?
Apes like type, which I really liked, because like, and the music that was playing with it, I was like, oh, that's a, and also, dude, the whole season felt very like Twilight Zoney, which I liked. Too.
Yeah, I love that they leaned hard into the sci-fi. That's my kind of show.
Yeah. I'm hitting this bong.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm glad when you first meet one of what is now clearly just a variant of Kang, played by Jonathan Majors. I was like, all right, like this is Kang. He's goofy as fuck. He's like, ooh, he, and like very like jumping on his table and like, haha. And I was like, this is kind of lame. But then I'm glad that he clarified. He was like, no, there's like millions others of me, and they're all coming.
Yeah, infinite.
And he said some of them are
infinite,
not nearly as nice as I am.
Right.
So I was
So
like,
I thought that
okay.
was interesting. Yeah, they don't even mention King. He just says, "I'm he who remains."
Well, he also
Not-
says, I've
not
been
once.
called many things, a conqueror.
Right, but I thought it was really interesting that he never says the name Kang. I'm like, why don't they at least say that his name is Kang?
Because he's been called many things by many different timelines.
Yeah, so the fact that he's a variant, right? Like we know that Jonathan Majors, the actor, was casted to play Kang.
Yeah.
We know that he's also an Ant-Man Wasp Quantumania.
Yeah.
So will he be as goofy like you're saying, or is that
No.
just like a variant trait?
Yeah, that's no. I
I
think
think he'll be.
he'll
I think it'll
he'll be more
depend.
conqueror like, depending on which variant you meet.
Interesting.
Kang is not
interesting. 'Cause, like,
goofy, both in like the cartoons or the comics.
right. And I don't think I would even describe the way he was as goofy. It was just more like
He wasn't really
I don't
sinister
know.
though. Kang is always more sinister.
Yeah, he was arch, that's for sure. Like, he's like has a plan, but like he didn't okay, so like the way like maybe I'm reading way too deep into this scene, right? But he's like eating an apple, right? And you have like Loki and Sylvie. They're almost like and Sylvie's like the female version of Loki. It's almost like Adam and Eve in a way. And he literally says to them, right? He's like, "You came to kill the devil," you know? But he's like, look at me. I'm not what you were expecting, basically. Where he's like, if you, like you said before, if you think I'm evil, like just wait till you meet my variants.
Yeah.
I thought like his whole gambit was almost like a Garden of Eden type deal. Like you don't have to kill me, but you could take over and like, things will be chill. But if you kill me,
Yeah, killing him was
Would
literally
unleash.
it was eating the forbidden fruit.
right. But exactly because it was freedom, right? It was freedom versus
See?
free will. I mean,
Yeah.
fate versus free will.
Mhm.
Which just
I thought that
goes
was
to
really
show
interesting.
that order is true freedom, you guys.
Mm.
One day you'll see.
Jake.
That's
being
what
a
you believe, Jake,
fa-
for real? Seriously.
Jake being a fascist.
Okay,
is
no.
something we didn't see.
I will say something. I will say something that is fascist, but both true. And this is like serious. And this is like it's an old saying, and it's that dictatorship is efficiency, democracy,
Ooh.
too many voices. It's a fascist thing, but it's like true.
I
Yes.
guess, but efficiency, disregards human life and suffering and all that.
No one's arguing that. It's just an old
Yeah,
saying.
that's
that
why-
dictatorship is efficient. No, but I mean, seriously, like whenever there's been a dictator, there's been like peak moments of its civilization.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't agree with that at all.
You don't have to agree with it. It's historically true.
Did I really?
No.
What do you mean, no? Julius
When
Caesar,
dictators were in
Alexander the Great, Genghis Khan, the peaks of their empire was when they were in rule. So how are you going to argue otherwise?
Yeah, but also some of the worst atrocities
I'm not
of human
denying
civilization.
that. No one's saying that. I'm merely just saying the peak of human civilizations has always been with like a dictator in rule.
Ooh. I don't know if I would say I agree with you. I just
I'm not wrong though.
yes. I think like objective. I think like what you're saying. Like I think that calling those times the peaks of human civilization is very.
I'm not calling them
objective.
peaceful times, and I'm not calling them non-murderous times. But
What about us, Jake? All the souls you forgot
No, leave me alone.
Dude, that's insane.
Get away. Get out of here. Jake doesn't like you guys.
Dude, that was insane.
I'm tortured by my past dictator selves.
Yeah, dude.
No.
They won't hurt you anymore, Jake. I got rid of them.
Dude, that's crazy. Which that episode where we meet all of the Lokis at the end of time was at the Void was super sick.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That might have been my favorite episode, honestly.
With all the Loki variants.
Yeah, that was super cool.
I was a big classic Loki fan, and I'm glad he got his due.
Yeah. Great purpose.
Glorious purpose, Cody.
Glorious. There you go.
Ruined the line.
Dude, yeah, that was sick.
Yeah.
I like how his backstory is that he survived the encounter with Thanos by tricking Thanos and just like laying low his entire life.
Yeah, pulling a Spock from the new
Oh, God.
from the new
Star Trek.
Star Trek.
movies. Yeah.
Interesting. See, like I like it because I wonder if the main Loki is still alive for that reason. Like if they want to pull that off.
Hmm. Yeah.
Because again, the Loki we see is only the one from the end of Avengers. Our Loki is dead technically, but
Yeah.
might still be out there if that's the case. Or you think that's just it for his story? Like that is the alternate one, the end.
Yeah, I would say that.
Yeah.
Makes
I
more
did
sense.
love Kid Loki. I
Oh,
love
he was great,
Gator Loki.
Gator lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
that
want to
was
see them
sick.
come back.
And
for
Throg.
sure.
Throg was in there, little cameo.
Throg, yeah. I missed him. Like I saw
Where
I
was
thought
he?
it was
He's in the bottle when they're going in after they lift the hatch to go into their underground hut or whatever. The camera goes down to the ground and you see Frog Thor in a bottle trying to jump.
Oh,
to get
really?
Mjolnir.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's sick.
It happened so fast though, but yeah, like
And it
he's-
was voiced by Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. That is pretty wild.
Voice? Did it say something?
It was like, trying to jump up and grab it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
It literally was blink and you miss it.
Yeah,
but
it was
if you
very
pause
blink
it, like
and you
you
miss
see,
You see
Frog Thor.
which is cool.
That's hilarious.
I have a really important question for you guys about this whole series.
Okay.
Yes.
Loki meets the female version of himself.
Yeah.
Falls in love.
He falls in love with
And
her.
he wants to fuck himself.
Yeah.
Narcissism, baby.
Yeah. So I need to ask a question though. If you guys met your multiversal
Would I eat my own
female
ass?
variant? Yeah. Okay. Would you eat your own ass?
Hell yeah, bro.
if my
I would-
variant looked like Sylvie, absolutely.
Yeah.
Your variant's not Sylvie. It's like the female Jake, whatever that may be.
Yeah, female Jake is very hot. So
female Jake is
I'm gonna
very
say
hot.
yes.
Yeah. I mean, just because I definitely have a touch of narcissism, I'm gonna say yes.
Interesting. I'm gonna say no. You guys are fucked up.
You wouldn't fuck your
Yes.
female self?
No, I wouldn't.
That's
What if
not
it- dude,
no.
I'm the crazy
It was
one.
consensual though.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah.
Who said it wasn't consensual? I'm just saying I don't want to do it.
But are
Dude.
you thinking? Are you thinking because it'll look like you? I'm talking about it could look like Jennifer. Like it could look hot. It's just a variant of you.
So an
Sylvie
Anthony
didn't look
Jennifer
like-
Lopez variant.
Well,
if that was the case, sure.
I'm just saying, like Sylvie didn't look like Loki.
True. But it's not just about looking. It's just the idea. Like
No.
I don't know. Like I wouldn't know. It's not like incest. I don't know what I would call it, but I don't know. It seems like most people are like fine with it, but I'm just like,
Look,
I don't know.
Anthony,
It seems too weird.
I've fucked myself my entire life without ever getting. So I'm used to
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, no, I would 100% bang female Cody. No question. No question. I mean, shit, give me enough booze. I might bang a male Cody. Who knows?
Just like an identical lookalike of you.
Yes.
I would not fuck a lookalike of myself.
See, that's where it gets too far. That's like if you had a twin
Like if it
brother,
was just
that's too much.
Yeah, it'd be like fucking me. But
Yeah,
in a non-cool
exactly.
way.
But you just said you would.
I would fuck,
You
I would
just
fuck
said
a
you would.
female me.
Dude, who knows? I'm not out here putting limits, you know?
Cody
On which
doesn't.
me I'd fuck.
Yeah, Cody's variants are non-binary, very gender fluid.
Hey, that's cool.
Oh.
We support
yeah,
all
we do.
variants here.
All variants.
Yeah,
I really
dude.
like that Loki was so terrified of Kang.
Yeah, I
Like
liked it too.
super scared. Like, no, we got to stop this. Like, this isn't some
Yeah.
Thanos level shit.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Well,
That's
I
a
mean,
good-
Loki was scared of Thanos, kind of.
Yeah, but not in the same way. Like, he saw what he could gain from at least working with him. Whereas Kang, he's like, we got to stop this right now. What the fuck? Owen Wilson, why can't you remember me?
Loki was scared of Thanos, but he also died defiantly, which actually is one of my favorite parts in any of the Marvel movies. Right before Thanos
Yeah.
snaps his neck, he's like, "You will never be a god." And then, like he insults him as he dies.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty
Yeah,
cool.
I was like, "Nice."
So you think Sylvie made the wrong decision?
Yeah, bruh. Like, I think she just, yeah. Which also goes back to your fucking Garden of Eden analogy. It was Eve who bit the apple, and
Yeah.
Sylvie does it, and look what she does. She kicked us out of the garden, bro. Now we're in all-out mayhem.
Madness.
Multiverse of madness.
Yeah, what's crazy is our Eden, though, was still not a perfect universe.
Never is.
No,
dude.
it wasn't. But that's what really intrigued me about Kang's speech, where he thinks again, like Thanos, that what he's doing was the right thing.
Yeah, I like that I loved the line when he was like, "We're all villains here."
Yeah,
You know, when
that
he
was
saying-
that got real when he said that,
Yeah.
yeah,
because that's when he finally like got angry. You know what I mean? Like the whole other time he was kind of goofy and aloof, but once he got to that point in his speech, like that's when he's like, "You've killed people. You're hypocrites."
yeah.
You know?
I just can't wait to see like the true Kang the Conqueror version because I want to see Jonathan Majors be terrifying.
Yeah.
I haven't. If you want me to be honest, I don't know that I've read any comics with Kang in it.
I haven't either, but I've seen cartoons and
Yes, I did see him in the Avengers
Earth's Mightiest Heroes. Yeah,
Yes.
same. That's how I learned Kang was such a badass, and I'm like, yes, I could. Oh man, yeah, that cartoon is great, and it really does a good job of portraying how like vicious Kang could be.
I do love that cartoon, but I don't think it holds a candle to the 90s X-Men or the 90s Spider-Man.
Definitely not.
I think it's great in its own right. I don't know.
You also can't
Sometimes I think
compare
it's
the
better
two,
than those
can you?
shows.
Whoa.
I don't know.
what?
Sometimes those shows could be corny and a little bit dated, but like
Yeah, but
I like Earth's Mightiest Heroes. You know, I like all of them. I don't want to. We don't put those cartoons up against each other here, Cody.
Why
I
not?
refuse to go there because it's hard to say. Like Jake just said, you can't you can't touch those cartoons.
compare them. They're all Marvel cartoons.
Ooh.
It's hard to because there was nothing better in the 90s than those cartoons, but Earth's Mightiest Heroes wouldn't exist because of them. But I feel like it does things that those shows didn't or couldn't. Like it's its own like Marvel universe. Like that show was coming out like when we were in phase 1, and that show kind of gave me a lot of cool backstory that I never read in the comics and kind of expanded like the same way X-Men does and Spider-Man does. I like them all. I don't know. I have nothing bad to say about any of them, but the old ones are just, I don't know. I'm a 31-year-old man. It's hard to like turn on like cartoons I liked when I was like 6 years old and feel the same way, Yeah.
I rewatched them when KO was young, and I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it was a bad show. I'm just saying like those two, and if we're even gonna go a step further, and the Batman,
It's true.
Superman, and Justice League,
Yeah.
they were all just kind of like a tier above, in my
Mhm.
opinion.
True.
Well, it's interesting that the next Marvel show is going to be an animated series. What is it called? What if? Marvel What If is the next show.
I didn't know it was animated. I still haven't watched the trailer.
Dude.
Oh,
what?
yeah, right.
Why are you even on this
Check
podcast
that shit out, Cody.
if you don't know what it
Dude.
looks like?
Dude.
It's animated.
So is What If? Did we ever figure out how many episodes or anything it's going to be? Also, is each episode going to have its own style of animation, or
No,
Yeah, it looks-
same
looks
animation style.
bummer? It would have been cool if, because like each one is a different universe, if they use different animation.
Yeah. So
To
it premieres on
represent each
it premieres on
11th.
August 11th, and it will have 10 episodes.
Oh, thank God.
Ooh.
And the second season's already in development.
Nice.
Nice. Indeed.
Nice.
So we know the multiverse is opening wide up, and we got Spider-Man around the corner. We got Doctor Strange around the corner.
You know what? That is, now that we know the multiverse is opening up, it also opens up a totally viable reason to bring in other like characters like Fantastic Four, X-Men,
Yep.
Silver Surfer. You know what I mean? Like you could
Yeah.
use that as a perfect way to do that.
And I hope Marvel and DC Disney starts doing more shows with.
DC.
I mean, not DC. Marvel.
Marvel
I
Disney.
said Yes.
DC Disney.
I hope Marvel Disney, if they can't bring back the Netflix shows, at least does something similar.
I would just like to honestly see them even like, well, we actually know Daredevil is in a new Spider-Man movie. That's confirmed.
Yeah.
So they do
That's
exist in this universe
Nice.
or in some universe.
In a
Yeah.
In a
universe.
universe.
Right.
But no, yeah, I know the dude who plays Daredevil from Netflix is in the new Spider-Man.
Dude, those shows all started so strong. They kind of petered off, but
I actually think season 3 of Daredevil is awesome.
I think all three of
I hated
Daredevil
the
was
first season of Daredevil. I thought it was so stupid.
Oh, I liked it.
There were parts that I liked, but there were just some shit that I was really, I don't know. But season 2 with
Yeah,
Punisher
some of it
was
is really
cool.
boring. Yeah, season
And then
2 is
season
great.
3, I thought I liked Bullseye a lot.
I
Yeah.
thought they trashed Bullseye. I don't
What?
know.
He was murderous as shit. They should have just gave him a costume. That's all.
Who was Bullseye?
Some actor.
Some guy.
Some guy.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the Netflix Marvel series. If they kept the same actors playing the characters,
What?
that's fine. That's totally fine with me. But the storyline wise, I could forget about all of
Dude,
it.
What? Jessica Jones was incredible.
I like Jessica Jones season 1, but I never watched anything
I
else.
never
Like
watched
most of the
season
shows, I
2.
just I never
I mean,
watched.
they
there were
just kind
3
of lost
seasons.
interest. The Defenders.
Defenders is terrible.
Yeah, that's what made me stop watching it. I was like, this shit is trash, and I retroactively started to hate this other shows. I'm like, oh man,
Dude, I also loved season 1 of Luke Cage.
Season 1 of Luke
Yeah, I
Cage
like
was
that
very
too.
cool, but then it went down south. Also, season 1 of Punisher was very cool, and then it also went down south.
I didn't watch season 2 of any of the 3 we just
and
mentioned.
then Iron Fist, everyone told me was trash,
Iron
so
Fist
I never
was
watched it.
trash.
Yeah, Iron Fist was bleh.
Yeah. So honestly, again, I'm glad those shows are where they are now. Like, again, if you want to bring in Charlie Cox, if you want to bring in Kristen Ritter, go ahead, bring in whoever you want. But I don't need the stories attached to it. It doesn't really matter to me.
Did you guys watch The Runaways on Hulu?
No.
The first season, yeah, I liked it.
I wanted to. I think I watched like the first couple episodes like a few times, but I never made it all the way through the series.
Ah, gotcha. It was pretty good, but yeah, it wasn't anything crazy.
Kind of forgettable.
Yeah, what the MCU is doing right now with their shows is the kind of thing I think we've always wanted as comic book fans, and the fact that it connects together, connects to the movies. There's a larger picture, a larger map that we could see now is so cool. Like, okay, Kang is saying he has infinite variants out there.
Yeah.
One of them that I'm saying is going to pop up, we might not know. It might be like a secret kind of, but it will be his name is Iron Lad, and he's part of the Young Avengers. And he's actually Kang as a kid before anything makes Kang into like this hard despot, dictator that's trying to take over time or just rule. He just wants to be a hero. So I feel like he'll pop up and we might not know that it's Kang, you know what I mean? Because even in Young Avengers comic, you don't know that it is. So if you want to read a good Kang comic, Young Avengers, the first run, really good for that. You get a cool Kang story and something that I feel really strongly the Young Avengers are part of Phase 4, aside from the Dark Avengers.
I think Young Avengers, I hope they do a good job with it.
Yeah, I'm not trying to see it get too kiddie and cheesy. I hope,
No, I don't think so. I mean, we got Miss Marvel on the horizon. We got Kate Bishop. She's going to be in the Hawkeye series. We have already seen Wiccan and Speed. They'll probably be older by the time we get to this.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get Nova. Maybe we'll get Miles Morales. Who knows?
Damn.
That's all pretty cool.
Oh, there's Patriot. More likely Patriot, who's in Falcon Winter
Sure, we
Soldier.
already saw
Isaiah
him.
Bradley's grandson.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's more. And then in Ant-Man and Wasp: Quantumania, which Kang will be Kang will be in. Cassie Lang, who is Scott's daughter, Ant-Man's daughter. She becomes Stature, which is she could just become giant. So they have the Young Avengers in there, ready to go.
And Kid Loki.
Yes, and Kid Loki.
shit,
There you
Kid
go. There you go.
Loki.
Dude, I'm excited. That's official. Like, I'm like, yes, let's see what's happening next.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's super cool that it's set up. The show set everything up. I also love the TVA. I loved Owen Wilson. I felt like it made me reappreciate him because when I was younger, I was a big Owen Wilson fan.
How does one become a big Owen Wilson fan? From like the Royal Tenenbaums, or
no, for me it was more
Zoolander?
of like the movie Zoolander. I liked Zoolander. I loved Wedding Crashers. I liked
You, Me, and Dupree.
I don't think I saw You, Me, and Dupree, but I did love
Marley and Me.
Marley and Me was really sad.
Was that Owen Wilson?
Yeah.
That's where he says, "Wow."
Oh, the one with Shanghai Nights.
Oh, Shanghai Noon.
That movie's
Shanghai
terrible.
Nights.
God, as a kid, when I was young, I
You're
loved
right. As a
it.
kid, I definitely liked it.
Yeah, when I was younger, I wanted to see Jackie Chan do anything. Bring Jackie Chan into the Marvel Universe.
Ooh, that would be dope.
As a villain, that'd be sick.
Villain, yeah.
Jackie Chan's done in America with movies.
Didn't he do that movie just like 2 years ago with where he was like a terrorist because because his kid died or something like that in a bombing, and so he just starts like, yeah, there's a movie that came out a few years ago where he was old and he like
Was it American
he's
though? He doesn't do like big studio movies anymore like he used to.
It might have been in France.
There's like a legit interview about it. He talks about it.
It might have been in France.
He wanted to branch out and do serious stuff, but they just kept putting him in like funny like action. We're very Jackie Chan like stuff, and so he went
Yeah.
back and he to like China, and dude, he just makes bank there.
Yeah, Jackie Chan's filthy rich.
Yeah, filthy.
Filthy.
Oh, so Owen Wilson's character, right? Mobius. I'm glad. You know what's funny? So like towards the end of this last episode, I'm like, we better fucking get a season 2. There needs to be more of this. And so that was the post-credit scene we got, that there's going to be a season 2.
Yeah, that was cool.
But something I really want to see, and I want to ask you guys what you want to see in season 2. But I just want to see Mobius ride on a jet ski and just be like, woo, yeah.
I thought that was going to happen this season, and he was going to like save the day or something.
But it didn't.
Yeah. At the beginning, people kind of thought Owen Wilson was going to be a villain, and I thought that. Yeah.
I kind of thought that.
You did?
He seemed too nice, or just too like.
Yeah, I thought there was going to
unassuming.
be. Yeah, I thought there was going to be a twist. I mean, and there was, but it wasn't that Owen Wilson was villainous.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I loved Judge Reinhold. Judge Reinhold.
Judge Reinhold. Yes, he made his MCU debut.
Judge Ravona. Judge Reinhold.
I loved Ruth Bader Ginsburg in there.
And Ruth Bader Ginsburg made an appearance. She's a variant of Judge Reinhold.
Dude, I have a villain named Ruth Vader Ginsburg. She's basically
she's just a lady.
She's
Darth
just a
Vader.
lady, Sith Lord, basically.
R.I.P. RBG.
RBG. Dude, R.I.P.
Yeah.
ODB.
Yeah. Old dirty bastard, for those of you who don't know.
They should do an album together.
Yeah, from Beyond the
from
Grave.
Beyond the Grave. Ruth Bader Ginsburg and ODB dropping that hot fire.
Yeah.
But
and
Ravona.
And UGK. Sorry, Ravona.
UGK. Yeah, she was my least favorite character, honestly.
Who was Ravona?
Really?
Like, she's the main, she's like Owen Wilson's BFF.
The guard?
She's like the one running. No, that's B-15.
Oh, what happened to Cody?
Yeah. Oh, man. Cody, where you at? Let's wait for Cody a second.
Oh, no. What happened?
I don't know. Cody's fucking up the timeline.
Oh, shit. He got pruned. Damn, Cody
shit.
just got pruned off the recording.
Man, we pruned him good, Jake.
The timeline.
We pruned him good.
The timeline is fracturing in a million different directions right now.
Oh, wait. He's back. He's back.
Oh, hold on.
Hey, guys. What's up? It's me, Cody.
Cody, what the hell are you doing here?
You know, man, oh, man, I'm so crushed right now. All right, Cody. All right.
Damn, that's Cody of Earth 741.
Yes. Just.
Oh, God. I can't deal with any variants of Cody.
We just got to keep talking about Ravona.
Oh,
really
so
have
she was
anything to
the whatchamacallit lady. Like,
She's the one in charge, or
Okay,
at least the one directly communicating to
yeah,
Kang.
she sucked.
Do you think yeah, she did. I didn't like her. I don't really care where her character goes. She's just like, oh, I'm going to find whatever.
And then it's like, oh, it's principal version of me or something. It's like, shut up. I don't care about teacher version of this character.
Yeah.
She's already
if she was a
proven to
Kang
be-
variant, though, that would be an interesting swing.
Oh.
You know?
Ooh. Do you think Jonathan Majors
Yeah.
is not going to play all of his variants?
That's what I mean. Like, there's got to be other ones.
That's true.
She could be the Sylvie to his Kang. You never know.
Yeah.
Or, yeah, because she seemed to, like, really, really, like, be doing, like, she believed wholeheartedly in what she was doing.
So then let me ask something. Do you think this is going to become a trend where kind of like Taskmaster, and what if like she's a Kang, where like Marvel's going to flip it for a lot of new villains and they're going to be all female or all this or all that?
I mean, yeah, just to give, other than the, every villain being a guy is going to just mean every guy's a villain. Like it's a cool way to like, swerve hardcore fans who are expecting, a certain gender for a certain character. But
I guess
I don't think it messes it up.
Getting pandery.
But what I would say for Taskmaster is that, again, and we talked about this in Black Widow, I think it doesn't matter. Like, if it was a man, it would still be, I didn't like what they did with the character at all.
Oh, no, yeah, for sure.
So those are the
with
changes I really
Taskmaster
don't
was
like.
Not that he was a female. It was that he just sucked.
Right, exactly. And again, this is what we talked about in Black Widow. But so I'm saying for variants, bring it on, because that's
true.
going to
We've
be
seen-
completely, oh, here he is.
Cody of Earth 616 is back. Thank God.
Yep, thank God. We had your variant on. He was kind of a
your
dick,
variant
so.
really sucked.
Dude, obviously, I'm the best Cody. I am like that Kang. That's me of Cody's.
Yeah. I could see that.
Yeah.
Oh man, infinite Cody's ruling the multiverse.
Yeah.
Infinite Codys. Oh,
Dude,
God.
I loved I liked that Kang was just like why was he giving them the choice to begin? Like why did that
He
was the
said
only
he was
thing.
tired.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
so
It was
what?
stupid. It was that was a kind of weak
Yeah.
point of writing, in all honesty.
Yeah.
When I was watching it, I'll be honest, it kind of reminded me of Willy Wonka. Like he's
Yeah,
in
he's
purple.
like, "I'm
He's like,
just gonna
oh,
give
you
it to
passed on
you."
my test.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good
It's like, you could own the chocolate factory now.
That's a good-
Loki and
That's a
Sylvie.
good point that I didn't even realize until you pointed it out, Anthony. Is that he was still like it was very Willy Wonka. It was literally just the plot of Willy Wonka. Loki was just a fucked up Willy Wonka.
Kang is Willy Wonka.
Kang is Willy Wonka. Kang versus Willy Wonka, though, we got to watch out for that.
No,
fight.
okay, so here's my point on that. Any Kang would defeat Johnny Depp as Willy Wonka, but would lose
Oh, yes.
to Gene
Wilder. Because here's the thing, he could roll out of the way and you don't expect it. Kang can never, ever, you can never write on the paper, because Gene Wilder was like, nah, I'm doing this. If you don't let me roll on the ground, we're not making this fucking movie. He literally said that.
Really?
Not literally those words. But for some reason, Gene Wilder wouldn't make Willy Wonka unless he was allowed to do that one scene.
Oh, I heard he just improvised that. That wasn't like
That's what I'm saying. So Kang would not be able to expect that, and he's fucking done. Willy Wonka takes charge of time and space.
Dude,
Oh, shit.
Dude, life would be much more whimsical and terrifying if Willy Wonka was in charge of time and space.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
it would be absolutely terrifying. Dude's unpredictable.
Dude. So I guess it just depends on. Okay, so since the Johnny Depp Willy Wonka is owned by Disney, do you think that's the 616, or do you think that Gene Wilder?
No, that's a
616?
variant. Gene Wilder is 616.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
like if you were to do the final portal at the end game, it would be Gene Wilder Willy Wonka that comes out, not Johnny Depp's.
Nice.
Also, to be a complete nerd, the MCU is not 616. That's the comics. I'm not sure what the number for the MCU is.
Ooh.
Yeah, that is a good point.
Well, either way,
I just think when I say 616, I just say standard.
Yeah, I get. Yeah,
just meant
this-
standard.
Yeah.
yeah. I think we're still in the standard MCU. First of all, like, it's just so, like, I really don't understand if you're watching this casually. Like, my dad watches all the MCU stuff, I think, but I don't get how he would understand what's going on. Like, again, they didn't even say the dude's name was Kang. Like, I feel like time travel stuff is inherently like weird and complicated, you know, like no one understands time travel. Like, so whatever you say, you're just making
You can do
shit
whatever
up.
you want.
Yeah, that makes it, you know, I like it, but I don't know if it's going to translate to like everybody, you know, like
Everybody
See,
time travels.
I think it'll be cool because I mean, if anything, look at the success of Into the Spider-Verse. You know what I mean?
Ooh, true.
Like,
true.
I think it was I think like that before Spider-Verse, that would have been a good concern. But I think Spider-Verse really opened the door for like time travel and multiverse being
Multiverse,
such a
yeah.
prominent part of the MCU.
I think it also would too, especially like say if they get all the old like Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield to be in the next one. And like there's people out right now who are our age. I mean, shit, Cody could go see Spider-Man with his son and be like, see that Tobey Maguire? That was my Spider-Man growing up. And like there's a lot of marketability in time travel and having different, I don't know.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All kinds of shit.
I heard there's a rumor that like with No Way Home, what they might be doing is setting up so that Tom Holland just becomes the Disney MCU Spider-Man and that Sony could keep making Spider-Man movies with Andrew Garfield again. I don't think that's
I
true,
don't
but
think
it's a
that's
crazy
true.
rumor.
I also don't think
heard.
that rumor would ever come out. It's like, I don't know. The people who
Yeah.
talk and make decisions are like,
Although something interesting Kevin Feige said, they asked him if Venom was going to be in the MCU, and he didn't say no. So I think all that shit is going to be folded in. I liked Venom. I would love to do a Venom episode.
I don't know if I
like
want that Venom because, dude, it just goes out of chronological order where it didn't go on Peter first and then it goes to Eddie Brock. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I trust the MCU. Like whatever
Yeah, but
storyline they have.
as
like,
of
they
now,
find
Venom
ways...
isn't MCU. That's strictly Sony.
I didn't watch
Right, that's what I
Venom,
mean.
but I heard it was like solid, but not great.
It was like
not great at
all. It was
all.
like not terrible. The parts with Venom himself were dope.
But
Yeah,
that's
how
like
Venom looked cool.
But that's like not until the end of the movie, right?
No, it's just few and far between.
Tom Hardy just makes really interesting choices as an actor, so it's cool. I don't know. Tom Hardy. I like Tom Hardy.
I didn't like
a lot,
his.
so.
I like Tom Hardy. I just didn't like his Eddie Brock.
Yeah.
I thought it was just, I don't know. I watched it with a couple friends just like drinking and it was fun. So I don't know. Maybe the experience of watching it was more fun.
Yeah.
So I would give Venom at least 4.5 Joe Pesci.
Well, you give Venom more Joe Pesci's than
That's
you give Venom
insane,
more
dude.
Joe
You're
Pesci's than Black Widow.
If we're going by Joe
Yeah.
Pesci's, I'm giving Venom 2 Joe Pesci's.
Wow.
Damn,
I've only watched the
4.5?
first
I
20
can't
minutes.
trust your opinion from here on out, my man. I'm sorry. That's always
Man,
gonna
I
make me
liked Venom.
question. No, that's crazy.
I didn't say it was good. I said I liked it.
But 4.5 Joe
Wild.
Pesci's? Black
That's
Widow's better
insane.
than Venom. Do you think Black Widow's better than Venom?
I haven't even seen Venom, and I think Black Widow's better than Venom.
Yeah.
Dude, although I do need to watch Venom because I'm hyped for Woody Harrelson as
Oh, it looks so stupid, dude. That trailer looks so dumb.
I didn't even see the trailer.
Oh, well, it's out and it looks stupid.
Cody doesn't see any
Yeah.
trailers. He walks in blind.
Cody just raw dogs.
But nevertheless, how many Joe Pesci's are we giving Loki?
I will give Loki. I'm going to give Loki 3.7 Joe Pesci's.
What? You guys turned on you guys took a harsh turn. Out the gates, we were giving 6s out left and right.
Dude, but those things warranted 6s. I'm just not like a slut who just gives high ratings for anything that Marvel puts out like you guys.
The more we start rating stuff, the more like, okay,
Yeah, we're
see
taking a lot
how-
into consideration.
Yeah, maybe I gave Venom
This
too
is
high
also out of
scores there, but I
6.
can't take it back.
This is also out of 6,
Yeah.
so I'm going to give it 3.7 Joe Pesci's.
So you think Loki was better than, or was worse than Sweet Tooth?
What did I give Sweet Tooth?
Yeah.
Yes, I do actually. Yeah, I do. I like Sweet Tooth better than Loki. I'll be straight up.
Wow.
Interesting.
I liked Loki more than Sweet Tooth, but I'm going to give Loki a 5.2.
Dude, I fucking loved Loki, and if this means sets me on the path for being the good cop on the show, I'm gonna give Loki a 6, baby.
Why does that make
Wow.
you a good cop?
There are no good cops. Fuck you,
Yeah,
Cody.
wow, dude. Fucking
Fucking
Cody's the real fascist over here, dude. All cops are bastards, Cody.
Dude, I agree more than you.
No. This is some Blue Lives Matter variant Cody over here.
Oh, well, the internet was out a bootlicking Cody.
Yeah,
Killed-
Bootlicker Cody
killed the other Cody,
Oh.
and as a boot.
Is that why you didn't want any Coke, Cody?
Oh.
Now I see how it is.
Oh, damn it, Coke dealer Anthony, get out of here.
But I wanted to give my score.
No, we don't care about your score. You're a Coke dealer.
Fine. Then you're not going to score any Coke.
No.
Wait. Okay, wait. How many Joe Pesci's?
He's gone, man. He's
Oh.
gone. He's giving me the finger. I don't
Damn
know.
it. Whatever.
So, Anthony, how many Joe Pesci's?
I said 5.2.
Oh, okay. Sick.
Yeah.
Sick.
I'll tell you why, honestly. I'm going to justify my 3.7, at least to my mind.
6.9.
Ah.
Joe Pesci's.
Oh, nice.
You can't do that. We don't do 6.9.
No, we are not
Yeah.
breaking the 6.
Oh.
Okay, so
No,
why didn't you
not
like
for-
it? What?
I didn't not like it. It's not at all. Dude, you're taking
Okay.
we're rating. I did like it. I like the ending
Okay.
a lot. I thought that one episode was fluff. Out of 6 episodes, it's kind of a waste. So Sweet Tooth had 8 episodes. I'm not saying there wasn't like necessarily fluff there, but you could afford to waste it with 8.
Yeah,
It
it was
also
an extremely
took- it also
short season.
Took I agree with Anthony. For me, like I liked the first episode, but it wasn't like whoa, blah, blah, blah. Whereas like I thought the first episode, Sweet Tooth, was actually like hooked me line and sinker right away. And so yeah, I think Sweet Tooth was the better episode or the better show. The villain was stupid. Doesn't hold a candle to what we've been set up with Kang.
Yeah.
But it's I mean, they're also two
Yeah.
completely different
I would almost say
types of
Kang.
stories and
I mean, like, don't get me
universes.
wrong, Kang was the villain, but I would almost say the TVA was the main, main
like
antagonist.
Ravonna, like pushing things. Miss Minutes even
That bitch.
kind of being an
Is
instigator.
that the clock?
Yeah.
Yeah, Tara Strong.
Who?
Tara Strong. She does all the voices. She did Raven. She has like what? She has such a recognizable voice. You don't know Tara Strong?
No.
I think she does Bubbles on Powerpuff Girls. She does Harley Quinn.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Tara Strong. And there was actually a line that once she said it, I was like, it's got to be Kang, because it was at the very beginning of that episode. And she's like, you did something to the self-righteous Avengers. I'm like, why is she calling the Avengers self-righteous? You know, that sounds kind of like, and it was interesting that she said that, like, you know, that she has that opinion of them. So Kang, we already kind of know in a very small line that Kang does not like the Avengers.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool.
That is cool.
You know? It's interesting. Endgame kind of opened it up that they were just like fucking around with the timelines and definitely doing shit, but we don't know the exact like
we don't know the consequences.
Yeah, like I would love Loki season 2 to open up with like them reacting to the Avengers like doing shit, you know? Like why did Kang allow that, you know?
Kang wanted Thanos out of the way.
Yeah.
Ooh, you see this is yes, I want to see
would
them
be
also
sweet.
like yeah. That's what I'm saying. I would love to see Thanos and Kang like cross paths. You know, again, it doesn't have to be soon. It could be 10 years, 5 years from now.
I'm
It
not
doesn't
really
matter.
about this whole bringing back old characters. That's like a comic book trope in the pages itself, which is just like,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying is like some of it just gets tired, man. I don't always want to see the same villains and the same villains.
Yeah, I
and the
don't
same
necessarily
villains.
need more Thanos.
Unless they're
either.
used. How about this? Like, I really liked, for me, Infinity War, when you see where the Soul Stone is, that Red Skull was there. Like, that's a
Yeah.
cool use. Things like that. But yeah, dude, I don't need a whole nother arc with a used villain.
Yeah, for instance, let's say they bring back Taskmaster.
It runs the risk of getting repetitive.
I want Taskmaster to be
more task mastery.
well, if they bring Taskmaster back, I hope it's just like in a small bit, not in anything. Like, although they fucked up and
Yeah, no, I think they're going to bring Taskmaster back. She's probably going to be on the Thunderbolts.
ooh, that's a cool
yeah.
idea.
There's also definitely going to be Black Widow too. They're already saying Kevin Feige also said that you should expect more Red Guardian and Milena and other shit.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Nice.
So they'll probably have the Russian Avengers or whatever the fuck they're called.
Isn't there just like a
Yeah.
bear on that?
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah, there is. And there's the Crimson Dynamo, who's like the the Russian Iron Man.
Ooh, yeah. I don't know. I'm just so excited for Kang, like to see Kang in action.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not going to see him for a while though.
No, well, Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Or who knows? Yeah, I mean, yeah, but that's not coming out till.
Is it next? I thought it was next year.
Yeah, exactly. So we're going to see a whole bunch of
Yeah.
Marvel movies before that.
What all do we
Yeah.
have between Ant-Man and Wasp? We have Shang-Chi.
A lot. We have Shang-Chi, you have
Uh-huh.
Eternals, Spider-Man, Doctor
Oh, I
Strange.
forgot about Eternals.
Yeah. Oh, he could definitely pop up in Eternals.
He'll probably pop up like everywhere throughout, kind of like how Thanos did.
Yeah,
Like in
yeah.
post-credit scenes, you see Kang doing some crazy shit.
Yeah, some behind the scenes shit. Dude, that
Yeah.
was so cool how they did that. In the first, like, it started in the first phase, how they started at the
Yeah.
post-credit scenes universe building in tiny snippets.
Facts.
And also in the comics, Kang is a descendant of Reed Richards.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Ooh, I want.
very
It'd be cool if.
interesting.
I mean, we're not going to get Evil Reed before we get.
Are we going to have a black Reed Richards? Does that mean we're going with a black Fantastic Four?
That's very possible. I think that may be what that hints
That
at,
could
but
be
we don't
cool.
know.
I'd like that.
Yeah, we don't know what the Fantastic Four, who they're casting
I
yet.
can't wait for people to get mad to be like, Fantastic Four is supposed to be white.
Dude,
Of course they
They're
will.
of course they will.
But yeah, that's interesting. Like I think that might point to like who they might be casting.
I mean,
we don't know yet.
They're
but-
totally capable of doing both. But if I'd have a choice, if I got my say, I'd much rather a black-led X-Men than a Fantastic Four. Like I said, they can do both, but
There's a limit to how many black people that could be in the MCU. Cody.
I literally,
Jeez
God
Louise.
damn you guys.
Bootlicker Cody is probably my least favorite Cody.
Yeah, what the fuck is this variant, Cody?
Next time we need to.
You're
worry,
twisting my
guys.
words.
Cody, I completely agree with you, man. We're buddies.
Dude, Coke
See, that's
dealer?
how you know you're a scumbag when Coke dealer Anthony.
Yeah, but
is
Bootlicker
buddy-buddy
Cody
with
doesn't want to be a buddy with Coke dealer Anthony.
I don't know. I'm not convinced.
There was one thing we didn't touch on. You didn't like or finish on, Jake. You didn't like Ravonna?
Oh no, yeah. Me and Anthony talked about that while you were
Oh, bummer.
You missed your chance, is
While-
what
yeah.
we're saying.
I hated.
Yeah.
I hate
No, what
that.
did you
but
think
no,
about
I
Ravonna?
didn't like her. I thought she was
Yeah, we didn't like
I
her.
liked her just based on the fact that she was a character. So, this is gonna make me sound like a bootlicker more. She was, but she was like so, like she didn't really care. She just was like upholding the system. She didn't. I like that there was a character because that's how the world is. You know what I mean? She
That's
was.
what I was saying earlier about it.
But she was brainwashed. You know, she was
Dude,
like,
maybe
you know,
you're
without the system, she
brainwashed.
was nothing. I'm brainwashed.
Maybe.
No. But we were talking about before how like maybe she could be. Do you think she could be a Kang variant?
No,
Why?
I just don't think so. I don't think she's not cool enough, smart enough, got enough power. You know what I mean? Like I think in any universe.
In other words, she's a woman.
Oh, I just think in. Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, that's going to be it.
No, we got to keep that. That was the biggest laugh of the episode.
I know that's unfortunate.
I'm just saying that, like, I think in any universe you go to, Kang is going to be some kind of force of nature. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I like that he also hinted at the multiversal war that already happened.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Some shit already went down. Like, what the fuck?
I like also that he was like, I'll just come back. Like this exact Kang.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I'll just get put back into the multiverse, reincarnation, baby.
So I wonder if they'll go so far as to show us like the embodiment of eternity. You know, like as they do in the comics, like you could literally interact with the universe in the MCU. Like, will there actually be Watchers? Because they're going to be in What If.
Jeffrey
Well, we
Wright.
already saw them in Guardians of the Galaxy too.
Yeah, but I think they said that doesn't count. Like, it's almost like a gag. I don't know.
No.
Like, James Gunn was like, yeah, they said I could use them, but I don't know.
But if they're in there,
They
that
just look so
counts.
goofy.
I mean,
I
they
hope
look
they don't
kind of like
count.
the Watchers.
Yeah, the Watchers are
Yeah.
giant
They are
babies.
giant big-headed baby-looking
Yeah.
aliens.
I would hope that but I mean, Uatu just looks so unique that, like, why change the way he looks? It's just a big-headed, big-eyed dude, baby.
I like Jeffrey Wright. I like the idea of Jeffrey Wright as the Watcher.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what they do with that.
That's cool.
Do you think they'll bring him in as a live action Watcher one day?
That's what I'm saying. I
Yeah.
feel like Watcher would just be CGI.
I mean, yeah.
At this point,
You can just get any voice to do it.
just put a giant
Morgan
prosthetic head
Freeman,
on
dude, that's who should be the Watcher.
Ooh.
If we're going with just voices and CGI Watchers, that's what I would pick.
Dude, I love Jeffrey Wright. I loved Westworld.
Hello, I am the Watcher.
Dude,
It's me, Morgan Freeman as the Watcher. I can't do it. Well, if you like this episode, subscribe, send us fan mail, share it with your homies, and we'll see you next week.
Do lots of cocaine. That's all I'm saying.
Damn it. Hi, you're listening to Comics and Chronic, and I'm Jake FH.
I'm Cody Cannon.
And I'm Anthony Iannaccio.
And you can tune in every Thursday to hear new episodes of Comics and Chronic.
And make sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Comics and Chronic. That's Comics, the letter N, Chronic.
We'll see you guys next week.
Woo!
Peace.